I just want to say one thing about this fight, and
with Joshua.
No, the fight we just watched right here with Anthony Smith.
Oh,
Yes.
Smith.
You ruined my friendship with Anthony Smith.
Yeah, and mine. And
Why?
mine.
Just
Because we had your back.
I didn't have. I
Yes,
had
you
Anthony
did.
Smith back.
No, we had his. Oh,
No,
whose
I
back
had.
do we have?
We had Anthony Smith
I
back.
got your
Okay,
back.
so the only reason why his feelings got hurt is because again it was
His
true.
feelings didn't get hurt.
No.
You were just being a little aggressive.
Yeah,
towards
you-
him,
Why?
huh?
Because he gave up.
No, he didn't. Oh,
No, he didn't give up.
He didn't give
Yes,
up.
he
But-
did.
but you-
100% gave up.
He thought that me and him. He thought that Bear and I was making fun of him.
we
with
would
you.
never. We would
I
never.
wasn't making fun of him. I was spitting facts. The guy,
You were.
the
You
guy
were. You were
quit.
using a form of bullying.
I think.
By what? Telling the truth.
I think you should pick a nicer way to tell the truth.
Sometimes the truth isn't nice.
It's
bro.
just like you trying to fight John Jones. Like John Jones a day before
never
his
said
fight,
that.
a day before John Jones'
because
fight.
you guys released something me saying then that fight shouldn't be happening.
A day before John Jones' fight, he's leaving a comment on my Instagram video saying, TJ, you're crazy. This isn't true. I have to fight Stipe. Stipe's a legend. Stipe is a legend. John Jones is a legend, but so is TJ Dillashaw. So let's put some respect on his name, Rampage Jaxxon.
Well, I never said that TJ is not a legend. I'm just saying that he ruined my friendship with Anthony Smith.
Well, if that ruined your friendship, your guys' friendship wasn't that fucking tight.
Touche.
Anthony gave me a lot of love after that one. I stood my ground. But I think TJ, I think we get a round table between John Jones, Anthony Smith, and Cody Garbrandt for TJ. Just a little
In January, we're putting together a TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt sit down.
Nice.
It's going to be one of the greatest pieces of content the MMA world has ever seen. But before we move on from this subject, here's one of my greatest hammer, Thor, hold above your head punches of all time. It's Khalil Roundtree and Anthony Smith. Khalil Roundtree, why did you not throw it?
I mean, it didn't need to be thrown. I think after I landed the uppercut and I saw him take a fall, that fight to me, I was like so present. I just knew everything that was happening. So some of the times that hammer fist is the reaction and it just comes out of like emotion or just whatever. But that one, I knew he was finished after the uppercut or the left hand. So I just didn't need to throw it. I was super aware in this fight for sure. So I just held back.
Yeah, your striking was on point.
Yeah, I felt really good for this one. A lot of focus, a lot of training. Boom. Yeah, see, I was just watching him, and it's just like he rolled over, so there was no need to throw it.
Wow.
I kind of saw the ref coming in too, and I was just like, yeah, I don't need to do it.
Luke, you're pretty good at understanding fighters when we watch a fight. I really do appreciate like the advice, the commentary, the insight you give me. How aware does a fighter have to be in the middle of a UFC fight at this level to be able to control themselves and hold a punch like that?
No, awareness is the key of a champion of that higher level of performance. When you're so relaxed and you've lost control of the outcome and what is what, you just have these weird moments where everything is in slow motion. You can hear people, you can see things. It's like that's what John Jones is. John Jones does it so fucking well. It's like in the peak of my career when I knew it was on, I could fucking everything that looked like I was fighting Tim Kennedy and I could hear Greg Jaxxon yelling like when Tim would throw a jab and it wouldn't hit me and be like, oh, nice jab. And I was like, fuck you, Greg Jaxxon. He didn't hit me because he'd be trying to play into the minds of the refs and the judges. And like, but those are like, that's the time. It's like when everything is just so slow and everything's so real, you can hear it all. And that's when like when you've lost complete control and you're just letting your body do its thing. It's like there's times in your career where you hit these perfect stints.
Yeah,
I would say
that was my favorite fight and probably the one that speaks to the most of what Luke's saying. I heard everything. I saw everything. I saw faces in the crowd. I heard his coaches. I heard mine. Like I could feel myself breathing. I was just so tapped into that fight. And I was in complete control the entire way. I saw the moments in the first round. At the end, there was like 10 seconds left. I rocked him a little bit, and I was like, I made the decision there. Like, no, we're going to go to the second round. Second round, rocked him again. And I was like, no, we're going to go to the third round. So I like really was taking my time in that fight.
Why you wanted all those extra rounds?
Because the way that this fight happened, I knew I was going to fight Anthony Smith, and how I've been climbing the ranks and how my career has been, a lot of ups and downs. I've been given opportunities and sometimes shit the bed because I was so nervous and not really fully prepared. So I think given Anthony Smith, like it was a late notice fight for him. But I'd been training hard and I was like, well, if I'm going to fight this guy, then I need to make sure that this is my moment to show the world what I'm capable of. Not
sounds
just like a lucky first round knockout.
Sounds like in that moment you were having fun too.
Yeah, having fun, really just adapting, and trusting in myself that I could show my skills. And so I thought like, going 3 rounds is probably the smart thing to do for my career.
I've never had that type of mindset, and if I kind of wish I did, I've always had like tunnel vision. And it's like I just go off instinct. Like a lot of people make fun of me or talk shit about me on how I gave Vanderlei those extra punches, and I didn't even feel the referee right there. I wish I could be like in tune and see and pull back and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever had that in any of my fights.